Hey everybody, I'm Jim Ingersoll. It's good to see you again on a beautiful Monday. I'm coming to you from Richmond, Virginia, of course, and today is your Monday motivation video for you. And here's what I'm thinking about. As you know, success starts right here. So whether you think you can or you think you can't do something, you're absolutely right. Because if you don't think you can invest in real estate, if you don't think you can invest, or you don't think you can succeed or be successful, you're right. It all starts right here, these first 6 inches, right? It starts with self-limiting thoughts, believing that you can't have really big goals if you want, that you can't scale from doing a couple of deals a year to doing 10, 20, 50, 100, 200 deals a year. You could do as many as you want. Your goals can be as big as they want. Here's what I'm talking about. Even I struggle with self-limiting thoughts. Let me tell you about the last 5 weeks of my life as I've been recovering from hip replacement surgery, complete hip replacement. As you can imagine, there's a ton of physical therapy. My physical therapy team at the Bon Secours Physical Therapy Group on Patterson Avenue in Richmond has been amazing. But here's what they do. They're like my coach right now as I recover from hip replacement. And Sarah over there continually asks me to do things I don't believe that I can do. She'll ask me to step up on a box sideways, or she'll ask me to get up and lift some weights, or work my quads, or work on my hip flexor, or get over there and try the elliptical for the first time. I don't think I can do it, Sarah. She says, you can do it. I know that you can do it, and I'm your coach, and I'm going to get you through it. And that's where it really starts. You gotta believe that you can do this if that's what you want to do. You know, it's beautiful springtime here in Richmond, and baseball is starting up with spring training down in Florida. Not sure about you, but I'm a huge Yankees fan. Don't hold that against me if you like those Red Sox, believe me. But you know what? Every time that a baseball player goes up to bat, and they got the bat over their shoulder and they're looking at the pitcher, they've got a choice. Are they gonna swing or are they not gonna swing? They can play it safe and never take the bat off their shoulder, but they'll never get a base hit, a double, a triple, or once in a while a home run. And you know what? Investing's the same way. If you leave the bat on your shoulder and you never take the plunge to get in there and get started, you're never going to get a successful investment property under your belt, whether you're going to rent it, flip it, or whatever. Just this week, for instance, I was talking to Julie Carvelis on my podcast, Investor Success Podcast, and she was explaining the fear that she had 10 years ago when she first started investing, and she had to leave her job over at the Hanover government place and go into real estate full time. Lots of fear. F-E-A-R is a dirty 4-letter F word. You got to get rid of it. And she did. And it was the best decision she ever did. You're going to love this interview with Julie because now she's flipped over 100 houses. Real estate has changed her life forever. And she makes a lot more in a very short increment of time flipping houses and being a broker than she ever did working as an administrative assistant. That can be you. Julie's story is very inspiring. So what do you got to work on? Well, the first thing you've really got to do, if you've never done a deal, you've got to become good at becoming a discount home buyer. Use that as your foundation to grow on. If you can go out there, you have the ability to find a motivated seller, screen them, negotiate a contract to buy a house because they've got an urgent need to sell and you've got an urgent need to buy. Be confident to write a contract, seller direct, without needing a realtor, without needing an asset manager, without needing the HUD home store, without needing a foreclosure, without needing a short sale. Just you and a seller in the kitchen, the screen porch, or as Cindy Crane likes to do at the local Waffle House, write that contract. Or like Kevin Stropp likes to do in Indianapolis, write a contract on 8 or 10 of them at once. Get those deals flowing. You got to have deal flow to succeed. So what is it that's holding you back? If you don't feel comfortable writing a contract and talking to a seller, what is it that's holding you back? It's one of two things. The first thing is your knowledge. Your knowledge is number one. You've got to understand what a deal is, how to calculate your maximum offer, how to be comfortable with a very simple contract that's got a contingency so you can get out of it if you need to. And then the other one is action. If you have knowledge and you're willing to get out of bed and take action every single day, you're going to find deals. And the cool thing is right now, if you're willing to get out of your house off the couch and go out there and find people that are highly motivated to sell, and you write those contracts, you can absolutely dominate in this market. This market is ripe for somebody to wholesale a ton of houses. These people that are talking about wholesaling nationwide, what are they thinking? Just stay in your local area and you can freaking dominate this market right now. You can do really, really well. You got to have the knowledge and you got to have the motivation to get yourself out and take action right away. The key is to identify where you're at right now. Start with what you've got. Like I said in my recent boot camp, I said if everyone gets down and tries to do 100 push-ups right now, nobody in the room is going to probably be able to do it unless you're in great shape. But everybody can do 1 or 2. And if we come back in a couple days, we might get 3 or 4, and then 8 or 10, or 18 or 20, or 30 or 40. Start where you're at and start getting some momentum to move yourself forward. If you're not comfortable talking to people on the phone about their house, just go to Craigslist, Zillow, somewhere like that, and start calling the for sale by owners. Ask them why they're selling and become comfortable doing that. So here is your Monday motivation. I want this to be the week that you take the bat off your shoulder, figure out why you're not swinging, take the swing, and it's going to be okay. It's all good. You hopefully find a deal, put it under contract, get your pipeline filling up with some deals, and you will be in position to dominate your local market later this year. I am Jim Ingersoll with Investor Success Mastermind Group, and I'm really glad that you're watching this video. I hope you take action. I hope you go out there, find some motivated sellers, write a contract, make some great deals, and get it done this week.